My name is Isabella Elahe Hughes, and I'm one of the co-founders of the Honolulu Biennial Foundation, a locally based arts and culture nonprofit. We're here today to talk about Yayoi Kusama's Footprints of Life, a 15-piece large-scale installation. This pre-biennial project is co-presented with our partners Ward Village and Howard Hughes. We're here in the courtyard under the shadow of Vladimir Osipov's IBM building, which is an iconic building in the Honolulu skyline. These black spotted pink shapes are meant to symbolize the energy of life and harmony between art and the environment. It probably looks to you at first glance like plastic, but actually this is comprised out of a very dense foam, and then it's painted with the same type of paint you'd use on a car. Characteristic to many of Kusama's outdoor sculptures, particularly when they take place in public spaces that are accessible and visible, is having elements literally take over the exterior space. As you'll note, it's not just 15 pieces. There are actually different architectural elements that you see on the windows of the Osipov, as well as on the white extension lanai. Kusama has always been interested, particularly with her sculptural work, to create environments that are highly site responsive. What's really exciting is the fact that although Footprints of Life has a long lineage, it's been shown in the 2010 Aichi Triennial, as well as at the Fine Arts Museum in Taiwan. Every time it's been exhibited, it goes into a very new and distinctive configuration. So what you see here in the courtyard is the only time this 15-piece installation will look exactly the way it's been laid out by Kusama and her senior staff. She is one of the world's most renowned artists. She was born in 1929 in Matsumoto, Japan, to a quite well-to-do family. From a very young age, she had a lot of artistic inclinations, and she was drawing and painting primarily in watercolors and pastels. Since childhood, Kusama has actually been afflicted by hallucinations, and she quite literally sees the world in polka dots. Through her work, she often says that she works to obliterate her own anxieties, and hence you get this repetition of polka dot pattern being found in everything from her paintings to her sculptures to her drawings and other mixed media installations. Kusama moved to New York, and from day one, she knew she wanted to conquer New York. There were very few women artists operating at the top level, especially a foreign-born artist. She was working alongside most of the Western great masters, Warhol, de Kooning, Pollock, Eva Hesse, Donald Judd, just to name a few, and her influence on these artists was tremendous. She's always been interested in fame, and there was a period of time where she would keep the clippings and be in a little personal race against Andy Warhol to see who had more press coverage, and she was winning. Because Yayoi Kusama has always suffered from anxiety, she did suffer some psychological breakdowns. She's been voluntarily institutionalized for over 30 years, and the mental hospital, which she calls her home, is located quite close to her studio. She makes sure to go into her studio every day, working sometimes upwards of 10 hours. She's undeniably had one of the longest careers, spanning both the 20th and 21st century. In 2014, based on visitor numbers, Yayoi Kusama was voted the world's most popular artist. She had over 2 million visitors to her exhibitions in South America alone. For the duration of Footprints of Life, which will be up from March 8th until May 13th, open from 10 a.m. till 5 p.m. every day, you definitely want to keep your eyes out in the evening for a polka dot light show that will occur. We'll be hosting many exciting public programs, everything from workshops for keiki, inspired by the Kusama work on site, to a specially themed courtyard cinema featuring a documentary on Kusama, as well as a variety of public talks and other programming. Be sure to visit the Ward Village and Honolulu Biennial Foundation websites to see the full list of exciting public programs.